Hi everyone. We are going through some difficult time because of that coronavirus challenge we have. Every day we're getting new things happening, and the recent development happen is when schools getting locked down, especially in Victoria. Already they closed, and school is struggling to get things started because they did not prepare this in advance. How are we gonna do online learning, distance education, etc.? But we should not be too much panic about it. Is something with everyone, and we should not overreact. Rather, we should accept the situation as a parent, and we should take precaution for the safety of our children, and we should prepare it to how we're gonna run a study environment at home. So we gotta be positive about it. The Let's see what are the options we have when we children are study at home. So homeschooling been there a long time, so it's not something we are exploring something brand new. Some schools also already been teaching some part online, some part in the class. So what we need to do as a parent, we need to coordinate with our schools to see what arrangement they have done for our children. It will vary from school to school. You need to coordinate with the principal, have make sure your email there so they are communicating with you, right? They're doing best they can do at the moment. Same thing if your children are going school and they're getting information, you need to engage with your children to know what arrangement have done for your situation, and look at the online learning solutions. You need to know a bit more about it, because at the moment you only knew how to drop your children or get to the bus and train and they come back, and you left every responsibility with the school. But in this situation we need to learn how the new learning environment will work. So what I'm trying to say that self-isolation should not affect the learning. This is very, very important. If the children stay home, everything else we can compromise somewhere, but the learning should not stop. So this is the whole idea. Let's see what are the learning options we see around. Are you gonna see around these jargons you will hear? So as a parent, you should be familiar. There are as fully online learning environment, which is mostly some universities that they are trying, where you get actually a virtual classroom. So what it happen, the environment will be like your child or a student log into a computer. What they see, the first screen, she see uh, the teacher standing and delivering the learning resources, doing quizzes, all kind of thing. And students can see each other as well, like boxes around on the screen and through their webcam. So for that, you need to have a very good internet speed enabled computer with the mouse and a webcam, a good webcam, and a very fast internet. On the other hand, school even need a better internet speed, because when all the students will log into that thing, and all teachers are doing video conferencing, you need very fast internet, and there'll be a lot of challenges with that. I'm not sure every school is ready for that, but they're already trying these things to happen, and in future we have a better internet, it'll happen more. And for that, teachers need to adapt new techniques. How they're going to deliver everything, how the students going to submit their work. So already there are learning management system in place. Every school will have a different one. So you need to know as a parent which one they're using, what your child need to prepare for. You need to have some sort of training for your, mostly these trainings are not very long one. Now the children are very fast with the technology anyway, so don't be overwhelmed with that. But as I say, fully online you won't see everywhere happening. Mostly semi-online solution, some schools are already trying and they're doing it, where the children already got logins for different things to for their some sort of learning management system, where they can see their lessons, and they can see their assignment, they can submit online. They have login for different thing, for example math, they have a login to learn math there, typing, and there are products where they learn English online, interacting with a different website. This is was in the past, a recent past, it was happening in blended mode. They're doing a bit of in the class, a bit of at home, and rest they do with their teachers in the class. But that blended need to evolve into fully online now. So teacher will stay at home, and he will be using the similar environment, log into a learning management system where he will have a webcam and a mouse. But he need to flip the classroom concept. Flip a classroom concept been there for a long time, where teacher prepare all the resources in terms of videos. All the delivery he has to do in the class, I used to do in the class, need to prepare as a videos, and prepare all the assessments, handouts, and upload to the learning management system, where the students will know, okay, this is a lesson. He broadcasts a message, this lesson is there, please do this activity. They do it, and in the morning, when that class time happen, the teacher come online, students ask questions, they seek help through the chat window, or they send messages, email, whatever the easiest communication. If it's something really required, they can go online to talk to their teacher through video conferencing. And if teacher see there is something is common every student asking about, then he can broadcast a small video message to extend to their already learning lessons. In this one, the technology is the same, but you need a even the less faster internet can do the job as well, because not everybody need to be online through the video conferencing system. And the other benefit of this one is, because teacher already recorded the lesson plans and the lessons in the videos, everybody can do on their own speed. If they don't understand certain things, they can revise, they can rewind this video and watch again and again. All right. And if they don't understand, they can refer, okay, this part, and then it will free up a lot of teacher time as well, because now they can focus on individual need. And the techniques and training both side needed, but student side is less. On the other, teacher side, they need to be tech savvy, they need to know how to use different techniques, because online is a different technique. You can't see your students. You want to make sure they are disciplined, they submit their work online. If they don't do it, they are not present in the class time, then they need to know how to communicate with the parents, because the attendance is will be through the computer. So no, he cannot see if the student is not getting attention or not. The only window is through computer for them to communicate uh, with their students. The Google, as an example, I can share with you. Google has a G Suite for education. This it They have everything what a student or teacher need. They have a product called Classroom, where the student the teacher can, I'm giving you examples, you get an idea, where the teachers can make slides and videos. Like I'm doing one of these, I'm using Google, and they can convert their slide into a video show, and they can upload to it. And through Classroom, they can invite students to do it. They can also use existing resources like YouTube. If they find some resources from YouTube, they can push it up there, and the students can submit their work, online quizzes through Google Form, and they can write their reports in Google Docs. If they have to use some spreadsheet, they have a spreadsheet program there in the name of sheets, and they can present their work like I'm presenting myself is a Google slide. And that they can use through the slide program available to them. And if they have to present their work to the rest of the world, they have a Google site. And if they have to send email to their teacher, they have a Gmail. And if they have to interact with the teacher through chat, they have a Hangout, the product called Hangout, which allows them to use chat, and they can also do video conference with their teacher as well. So the best part is free, and Google has a lot of learning resources for educators. And they also have the approach there as well. I'm a Google certified trainer, so I've been doing for 11, 12 years the same thing. So what we need to do with the setting environment at home, Once this arrangement is done, you know what school is doing, and you set the rules for your child, that is nothing different except your class happening in the home, not in the physical premises, in the school. So they need to keep the discipline like they do. Get up in the same time, get ready. It's nothing harmful to getting a uniform. What's wrong with it? So they have a mental setup. Okay, I'm going to the school, set up no extra time for the bed and bed. It's not weekend every day, it's not holidays. So they get up, they get ready. They have you need to dedicate a certain area where they have a desk, and they have their computer ready, books area. So they, it might be sharing, the two siblings sharing the same desk, it's not a big thing. And they have a headphones ready, everything's ready. They go there, and they have a timetable. Most of the schools will have a time, they should have a timetable, so shouldn't feel it's the same thing what they're doing. And then they will have a breaks. In the breaks they do what they normally do. Only thing is, we will share what they normally, if they do have a recess, they normally go socialize outside. We will share some of what they can do. If it's a lunchtime, they should do a lunch. And when the school finish, uh, they finish the study time there. It's basically, you need to stick to the school timing and break, simple as that. If you keep it that way, it'll be less uh, mental confusion for your children. Simple as that. And when they are set and settled, they get their routine, they get into the routine like my son did today, and I was really happy. He set up the same timetable and go through the things. Then it is easy for them to go through. Otherwise they'll get confused what to study, what not to study. Teachers asking something different and they're prepared different. So as a parent, what I can do, because this is something new for me. In the past, I used to drop my kids there, and I get parent teacher meeting. That's it. I get the result. What they do there, I hardly get into detail of each subject and everything. But now I need to engage with my child to know his passion, because now I'm the some sort of teacher hand here. Teacher depend on few things for me to do for them, because they're not seeing the children physically. I'm seeing my child, especially if I'm working from home as well. I'm not going out, or I'm a mother. So I need to know the passion, what they like, what are their learning style. They prefer video or they like audio. You need to know. They prefer to read or they prefer to listen. So then you need to know what sort of program or what arrangement school has prepared. What is the protocol, like how they're going to deliver the assessment, how are they going to deliver the lesson plans or lessons, how they're going to be marking the attendance, communication. All once you know that, means you're good to go. If you know your child favorite subject, it also helps them as well. I'll share more. And once you know these things, you can prepare the environment for your child in a, I should call it a home classroom. Okay. So you can prepare, make sure they have learning resources like books and other pens and whatever required. If there is something extra which they never needed before, then they can, you can provide them. For example, they didn't have a webcam or something. The computer is not fast enough. Before that, it was okay. But for the online learning, it's not good enough. You can upgrade all that there. So similarly, if they're using some special uh, equipment in the school and you don't have it, you need to find a way to get it. You know what I mean? So, and then there are some challenges there, like they don't have a chemical lab, they don't have a physical lab. There'll be some arrangement where you can do these things virtually, online. And the most important thing, which will be challenging for your child to get used to, is set the boundary. Frankly speaking, we need to set the boundary for ourselves as well. When they're home, we can't just call them or say, can you come and help me? No, no, like that. You try to avoid that. Otherwise, they will do the same thing. You're watching something, they come and sit next to you. You can't say to them. So if they have a dedicated area, and we disturb them less and less, unless there is a, you have to take a leak, like you have to do something. We are locked down in our homes anyway. So better to practice that thing. Is the good side of this one is they'll get independent learner. They get used to learn by themselves. And so this is their training, because in future this gonna happen anyway regardless. So we need to look blessing in disguise. Otherwise we'll be more and more confused and panic, which is not good for anybody. So once they're doing something good, the next thing you need to do, the last part, encourage them. Whatever they do good, ignore them what they're not doing good, because you are the one who's going to do on behalf of their teacher. Teacher can only compliment them. You do the same here. They can only send certain emojis, certain certificate, but you can give them a real rewards. Okay, you did good today. How about you have a movie time or watch something, or you have a more play time, more socializing time after school, obviously. And you can give them actually gifted prizes. Like in a school, they win something, they get it. So if they get something, in front of you, they achieve, they show it to you, you can give them the real gift. So that will encourage them. Okay, I done something. And in the school they do it as well all the time. There's a prize distribution, this is the scholarship, or you are giving them. So like buying a new clothes, you can make a reason you're buying them for anyway. So you just say, look, I get you clothes of your choice as a reward because you achieved something in this week. And this is not end of it. Study is not the only thing you need to be worried about. Remember I told you they have a recess, they have lunch. What they do in there, they not only have a break, they also have a socializing with their peers, which will be less in when we are locked in a certain location, where especially with the small homes even challenging. And but what you can still do, physical activities as well. Indoor games, there are a lot of like skipping a rope, putting a ball into the volleyball situation, and the basketball. These are small things you can do it. With the one ball, you can do a lot of indoor games. I'm not going to go through each one of them. We're going to share some links there. And there are some e-workout games around there. There are some like I have personally, I used like this 1200 days we have done so far. We use a V Fit. My family use V Fit. There are a lot of activities there you can use. And so they spend 15 minutes to 45 minutes. My two children very addicted to it because it gives them the provisions inside a lounge. They can do their workout. I've been using myself. It's very handy. I'm not saying use that one. Find something which you can do, and Google can help you. That there are a lot of people hobbyists out there. They give you ideas what you can do when you're not going out. And this we used to do when it's a rainy day or it's very hot day. Then we find something to do in there. Some people have a small gym at home, just a treadmill or cycling. They'll do. They'll do. And then you can, if you have a bigger house, you can do hide and seek and other stuff as well. Still you can going out in the when you where you have not physical too much physical interaction, like going on a bush walk and other thing, and you're not interacting with the things and people, then it's okay. And at the same time, being a parent, it's a time to learn e-socializing tools, social media, get aware and see the positive side of it. We do not know that we all not brought up with these technology, and we sometimes try to avoid them as well, too overwhelming. But it's a time to learn, and the children at home, they can teach you as well, and you can do as a fun. And it might also decrease the generation gap thing, and these things will be handy when they grow up and you need to communicate with them, because they are brought up with these technologies. So these mobile devices which we normally curse them, find a good out of them, and it will help your children to see what is the uh, you are using for your work. Very find them very beneficial. You can communicate with them, say, look, it's good for a life as well. And you can do some group activities as well, like we do family game where we all compete with each other through we. There are a lot of other ones as well. And but we are here to help as well too with the things. We're going to give you description in the description. We're going to share our links. We do run workshop face to face. Obviously we're not doing it until this situation is not resolved. But we are working towards our pushing towards our online workshop. This is one effort what we try and do today. I'm not gonna go in detail about it because that's not the purpose of the talk today, but I'm just sharing that if you want to know more about these kind of things, we also do teacher training where we teach teachers how to use Google, how to use smart devices effectively, because the technology cannot solve a problem until you don't have a right technique and right approach and right training. You cannot do that. So we do that as well. You can get the links from the description. And these are the list of the workshop we run through. Recently, because of this situation, we introduced an online mentoring service where the children who really need a special extra support, we can online go and help them as well. So we're going to put these links in there. If you want to know more about what else we do, and you want to be get updated with the more resources like what we're sharing one today, you can get in touch with your favorite social media outlet and just follow us, visit us, watch us, and then if you have any question, I'm happy to listen now. You can leave a comment and come through the email, whatever you prefer. But I'm happy to take question right now. I'll wait a little bit more time, but otherwise, thank you very much for being with us. So back to you guys to await in the chat box and reply your queries there. Thank you.